I want to sort of follow up on this investigation thing, because is it not the case that some people might find themselves subject to an investigation and suddenly decide actually that the cost of defending it or complying with it in terms of giving an account for that is going to be X, and that actually they could just pay you a cheque for X minus Y, which is what you're after, and therefore it's just easier just to say, here's some money, go away. The underlying point being that it was not necessarily a valid investigation in the first place.
Well, I mean, we don't believe that is the case, because what we are interested in with an investigation is establishing the correct tax liability. That if we get cooperation can be dealt with fairly swiftly. Obviously, if it is an area where we identify evasion and suppression, it will take longer.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but if you talk about cooperation, I mean, cooperation to me, where you say you can come to a swift conclusion, is when somebody turns around and says, yes, that's right, I think I owe you that, and you kind of broadly agree with them. But I have people who come and see me in my surgeries who say they find it incredibly frustrating dealing with HMRC, who get in touch and say you owe some money, and they write back and say, well, here's all the paperwork. And then they discover that when they do that, they then find themselves having to talk to a different person or a different department or a different adjudicator or whatever. And actually the cost of just going through this process in terms of time, because a great many of the people come and see me don't necessarily have accountants, so the cost is their personal time. They're finding it breathtakingly frustrating. And even then, at the end of the day, I try and lubricate the wheels in order to try and get this through. But actually, the frustration is it is incredibly time-consuming. There's no sense of any sort of real process at HMRC that makes it easy for people to do with one individual. And as a result of which people eventually pull their hair out, come and see their MD, or indeed in the end just pay up because they get off their backs.
Well, it is not in our interest to have a long drawn-out investigation any more than it is the business concerned. We have worked with the agents to develop a process which we call open and early dialogue, which is designed precisely to sit down at the beginning of an inquiry, work out what the issues are, and pursue those and resolve them as quickly as possible. So we are looking all the time to make sure that what we are doing is proportionate and that we're focused on the real risks. The whole strategy that underlies our approach to the spending review is to deal with error through either designing it out of the system or to deal with it in a very low intensity way and to concentrate our skilled and face-to-face resource on evasion and not error. And that is very much the direction we're looking to move.